how's it going? It's Kaz here and I'm back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you about how we only spent €7,000 on our wedding. If you're interested in hearing about what we spent and how we were able to budget such a low budget for a wedding, please hit like. And if you are not already subscribed, please hit subscribe because it helps more people to see my videos. So in 2011 we got married. So obviously some of the prices that I'm going to tell you about now will have changed slightly, but hopefully a lot of the tips and lessons that we learned along the way, hopefully they will help you to also be able to get a lower budget for your wedding. We obviously did sacrifice a few little bits, but I don't feel like we sacrificed enough to feel like we were getting a budget wedding, like what you would consider a budget wedding. We had a lovely day, and we got lots of compliments from friends and family about what a lovely day it was. So obviously the biggest expense in most weddings, and was the same in our case, is the wedding venue. So we picked a hotel and we were able to get a good price in that hotel. Basically, I found a hotel online that was doing a good price, and I found that it was doing a better price in its sister hotel. So it was part of a group of hotels, so it's always worth checking out what the different prices are in the different hotels. And I found that in a different county than I wanted to get married, it was doing a much cheaper package. So I very cheekily sent an email to that hotel and I asked would they extend the price that they were offering in the other hotel to the one that was closer to me that I would like to get married in. And they did. So they agreed to that. However, they did let me know that they were actually increasing their prices for the year that I wanted to get married. So I was asking for these prices in 2010, and I obviously wanted to get married in 2011, and they would be increasing their prices for the next year, but they still did keep to the price of the sister hotel. The other thing that we did is we decided to get married midweek. So by getting married midweek, there was much cheaper prices, and we were also able to naturally reduce numbers because obviously midweek did not suit everybody, so that was great too. So obviously when you are looking at inviting a large number of people to a venue, every euro that you can save per person in the meal makes such a difference. So we ended up getting our venue for €29 per person, and then we also paid for an extra night there because we actually were living together before we got married, so we knew we didn't want to just go home, we wanted to enjoy another night. So the venue cost €29 per person, which ended up being €2,146 for the venue, and then an extra €80 for the bridal suite for the second night. Then my wedding dress was actually second-hand, which might bother some people, but it was an area I didn't mind making a saving in. I did go bridal dress shopping. I went bridal dress shopping with my mum, and we went to lots of bridal shops, lots and lots, and I found a dress that I really loved, and I made sure to take a note of the designer, and I took lots of photos of the dress, and then I found a very similar design dress by the exact same designer online on eBay, and it was in England, and I bought it for €250, and that included shipping. So yeah, that was quite a bargain because most wedding dresses were over €1,000 brand new. It was in absolute perfect condition. Then bridesmaid dresses. So I had 3 bridesmaids. Two of them were my sisters, and then my maid of honour was my best friend since national school. And so I had to make sure I got 3 nice dresses for them. I asked them about what style they'd like, and I still love the colour blue. It's my favourite colour. And I found 3 lovely bridal dresses on, I actually can't remember the exact site I got it from, but it was a Chinese website, and I looked up lots and lots of reviews, and all the reviews said the sizing was very small, and so I actually sized up 2 sizes from each bridesmaid size, and it actually turned out that every single dress fitted perfectly. So yes, they fitted perfectly, and the total cost of those dresses was €150, and that included, I also had a dark blue shawl for each one as well. So that was €150 for the 3 bridesmaids. Then suit hire. So we arranged suit hire for the 3 groomsmen, and then also our fathers, on both sides, and they cost €460. Then the priests, so we actually had both of our priests at the wedding, and we gave them €100 each, so €200. Then the organist, so in the church that we got married in, the priest actually arranged for an organist to play as I went into the church and throughout the ceremony, and that cost €150, and we just used the one that was already with the church. Then an area that we made another pretty good saving in was by getting a DJ. So we went to a wedding expo up in Dublin before we got married, just to get kind of ideas. We were really looking into obviously a budget wedding, and we were able to quickly see that the price of bands was crazy, and obviously if it's really important to you, it'd be worth it, but to me it wasn't necessarily the band. Sometimes I find at weddings, like, it can be hard to get a crowd up dancing if it's a band, so we decided to go for just a DJ. And we picked a very popular DJ, and we decided to pick him because we wanted somebody that would get everyone up dancing. That was more important. So by saving the money from a band, we put it into a DJ. So it cost €450 for the DJ. And we actually gave him a list of songs that we really wanted, and as part of our invitations we asked all of our family to also give an idea of what they'd like to hear at the wedding. So that kind of created a playlist for him to use. Then the hairdressers for the mothers and for the bridesmaid were and myself obviously were €250. Then photographer. Well, before I looked at weddings, I had no idea what it would cost for a photographer for a wedding. The prices are insane. Like, you're looking at absolutely thousands, especially if you want a videographer. So to me, the photographer was very important because at the end of the day, all you're left with is the photos, really. So I wanted to make sure that we picked a good photographer that also would give us a nice photo album. So we actually picked somebody who we had been to somebody's wedding in the family, and she was there, but she wasn't a really well-known wedding photographer yet. So we had seen her at work, we'd seen a finished product, and we also liked her. You know, she's obviously your photographer is going to be following you around all day on your wedding day, and the last thing you want is somebody that's going to annoy you. So yeah, we picked this lady, and she does an absolutely phenomenal wedding album. It is leather bound. It actually comes in a little leather briefcase, and all of the photos were printed directly onto the pages. I'll insert some photos. And so we decided we would pay for that. We had looked at many photographers. We were quoted anything from €6,000 all the way down to about €800. I don't think there was anything less than that. And the €800 one looked like something that a friend could have done, you know. Now I think it is important to spend your money like on this area, because like I said, it's the only thing you have left at the end of the wedding. So it's the thing that's going to be what you look back on. So we spent €1,200 on our photographer. For that we got her from, I think she came at 10 o'clock, and we had her all the way until the first dance. So we had her the entire day. And for that we also got this heavy leather book with a briefcase, and we also got a CD, and she had put all of the photos onto the CD, and we were just given them. We could print them off at any time, and they didn't have watermarks or anything like that on them. So to me it was worth every penny of that. We actually were able to pay that in installments, so that was a massive help. So that was €1,200 for the photographer. Then beauty, I just went down to a local beautician and got a spray tan there, and I actually stuck on my own nails for the day, and I got my eyebrows done. I was, and I'm still, pretty low maintenance. We also paid for wine and a round of drinks on all the tables, and that cost €1,000. We also, I actually made all of our wedding invitations. So I made the wedding invitations, I made the RSVPs, I made the evening invitations, I also made all the party favours. I got organza and put sugared almond in them, and we left that on all the tables. I also made a book for everyone to put their signatures in, all the guests, and a little message. I also did some decorations in the venue. Yeah, so we did lots of decorations, invitations, all of that, and the total cost of that and miscellaneous was €500. And then the last thing here I have written down is we had our baby son, and he cost €40 for his outfit, and it cost €100 for a babysitter that day for him, because obviously with getting married we couldn't mind a 1-year-old, so yeah, he was just 1 at the time. But I just got an outfit from Next, and it did him perfectly, and it actually matched the men's suits perfectly. He wasn't at the ceremony all day, he wasn't able for it all. Between naps and going to bed at his usual time, he ended up only there for a few hours at a time, like little bursts of energy. So yeah, a babysitter was an absolute must. And then we were lucky enough to have a family member who offered up their help there. So yeah, we had a lovely wedding. Obviously some of these prices will have changed. I think mostly just the venue. The venue will have changed a bit in price there. So you're probably thinking, okay, but what about flowers and wedding cake? And well, we were actually really lucky. When we first started planning our wedding, like we were a single income family. We just had our baby, and I was also pretty young. We just kept putting out there that we wanted to get married, and we had picked a venue. But if anyone wanted to gift us something towards the wedding, to let me know instead of a gift, it would be amazing, and it would mean so much more than some cash. It would just mean so much more, and if they knew of anyone that would help out, please do. So, and it was absolutely amazing what happened. So I had a friend who was a beautician, and she did everyone's makeup. All the wedding party's makeup was done, and that was her gift to us. I also had a friend whose aunt is a florist, so that was her gift to us, was the wedding flowers. And it was actually so nice going to her auntie's house and picking out what kind of flowers we'd like, and we were able to pick flowers that were in season, which also saved a good bit of money. Then my lovely mother-in-law bought our wedding cake, so we didn't have to pay for that, and it was just so nice to pick someone local as well and support them. Then my dad paid for our wedding car, so we were able to have, that was a complete surprise actually, because we just decided with the budget we would just go in our own car, it'd be fine, and my dad could drive. But at the last minute he arrived with this really old blue Mercedes, and it was lovely. It had champagne in the back, and actually the man that was driving it, who had restored it, I think he gave a very good price to my dad. I'm not 100% certain now on that, but it was his first wedding. So yeah, that was our wedding car. And yeah, yes, also my grandparents, who sadly are no longer with us, paid for our honeymoon. So they paid for me, my husband and my son to go to Spain. And that was our first holiday abroad as a family of three. So that was so nice, so lovely. Yeah, and they paid for that. That was our wedding present for them. So we had our honeymoon, our cake, our flowers, and our makeup all paid for. And then we also had a round of drinks bought for everybody at the wedding, and that was paid for also by my parents-in-law. So yeah, we were just so lucky that way. And then obviously we were also gifted some money, and that helped pay for things that we still had to pay for at the end of the wedding. So that was brilliant too. So yeah, obviously that was 2011, it is now 22, so that was actually 11 years ago now. But so some of the prices will have changed, but the thing I think hasn't changed is the average cost of a wedding is between 20 and 30,000, and like that was more than a deposit for our house. So I think the thing that you really should think about is, if you're getting married, how do you want to start your married life? Like we were able to pay for our wedding, we did get out a very small credit union loan, but majority of it we were able to pay for ourselves, and also pay off that loan very quickly. So yeah, it was absolutely essential for us to start off like that. we were renting. My husband actually lost his job just before we got married, so we had nobody working. So, but luckily he got a job pretty quickly afterwards. It was in the middle of the recession in Ireland, so it was hard times. And yeah, we couldn't have started married life with a €20,000 loan. It would have been ridiculous. And I think a lot of people think that when you get married, that you will get the majority of that back in gifts. And you may do, but I don't think you should depend on that. We wouldn't have made it if that was our attitude at all. So I think we had 76 people to the venue on the day for the reception, and then we invited another load of people to the evening, and that's the way we did it. And it was midweek, I think it was a Wednesday, and it was a lovely day. It was in the middle of February, and it was an absolutely gorgeous day. I don't think it matters when you have your wedding in Ireland. It could be raining or it could be gorgeous, but we were lucky with the weather, and we picked a local church to where I grew up, and we were lucky enough to have place nearby for more photos. But yeah, that's what our venue cost. I will have put up a few photos in amongst this video, hopefully, that will show you what we got. But yeah, I hope this helps if you are planning a wedding anytime soon. If you're engaged, congratulations. Hopefully if you're not engaged, you will be soon. And if you're already married and you've stayed to this point, thanks so much. I hope you're not still paying for your wedding. And yeah, that's how much we paid. I hope to not have to pay for another wedding now. Hopefully that's it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I just thought it was something that, you know, a lot of people have to do in life, and it shouldn't cripple you. So yeah, hopefully you found this video helpful, and I will chat to you soon. Bye.